gonna see if people jump on, but Mommy's gonna turn this on real quick.
Now,
You're gonna have to be quiet, okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Mommy's gonna use this, okay? Thanks. Thank you. I hear Jay's crying. You do. I'm just gonna wait to see if anybody gets on. Yeah.
What?
Hmm?
What?
What?
You can car and back like green
This is
tire.
a phone call, okay?
Wait. What's that?
What's this?
No. What's that?
It's paper.
It's paper.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna wait just a couple more minutes.
I want color.
Okay. Well, you can't color in here. Mommy's doing a phone call. Okay. We don't have the stuff in here. Okay.
That on you. Window.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Wait 3 more minutes. And at 5 after, I'm gonna start.
yellow.
Yellow.
If we indeed.
Mm-hmm.
What is yellow and red, green, and pink.
Mommy's gonna get her phone because I'm gonna make sure. Oh, I think Daddy's going up. Do you want to go up with them?
Yeah. No, I don't want.
You're gonna stay with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Want to what yellow. Want to red yellow. Want to yellow. So, great. And come.
Hey, Jessica, it's Val. Can you hear me?
You hit me.
Maybe you're muted, but I'm just hoping you can hear me. I was just waiting a couple of minutes because there was a few others that were going to pop on, and I know how crazy it is in the evenings, but because a couple of people have kids and things like that. But this is recorded, so it's not a big deal, but I was just kind of hanging out for a minute.
Queen.
All right, I am going to get started because it doesn't look like anybody's popping on right now. So I am Valerie Macco. I know that you can't hear anything. Okay. Can you hear me now? Let me see if I can fix this. Can you hear me now, Jessica? It's really weird. Do you have your audio turned on? Here, I should say this. Let's see. Hey, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I just figured it out. I was looking and I was like, it was muted and all of it. So anyways, you can hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. I didn't realize I had to have my mic on. I'm like, oh, they don't need to hear me.
Oh no, you don't have to have it on. So I don't know, like I was, usually I have everybody muted. I don't know why it wouldn't work. I'm unmuted. So let me try it again. I'm gonna mute you and see. Can you hear me now? I'm gonna unmute you and see if you can hear me. Could you hear me? Could you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
There was just something funky. I don't know. So I got it fixed. But I'm just gonna start because I know there was a couple of other people that were gonna pop in here. But I'm gonna make this super short and sweet. So
Hi.
here we go. Do you have your kiddos right there too?
Yes. I don't know if I can get, here we go. Let's see if I can get it. Maybe. How do I do this? Allow.
Oh, there you are. Hi.
Oh. That's why I was hiding.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I am like a hot mess mom and my kids are always with me and it's insane, but I do what I do and I make it work.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'll go ahead and I'm going to get started and just kind of give you like the rundown of my story and how I got started and how this works and all of that. So, I'll just mute you until the end or whatever. So I'm going to keep it real, like I said, short and sweet. But you probably, and all of you that have been on, I know, or that are hopping on, have been curious because I've been posting about it and talking about, we just got back from our team retreat and it was actually at the beach and Alan, you got it. Chill out. So we went to Destin and it was amazing. it's everything, because the community that we have, we're literally best friends. And so I'm going to back up and I'm going to show you really literally where I got started. I literally started as a coach, and not everyone starts this way, but I started as a coach here, not with my transformation. So I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, I'm kind of fit and I'm kind of doing this and I'm kind of doing that. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I started when I was postpartum with her. She's 2.5 now. And I literally started 2 months postpartum. 2 months postpartum. And I was working as a speech language pathologist. And I had our twins at home. So there was 3 kids at home at that time, and I was working in a private practice, and I was literally 2 nights out of the week, I was leaving my family to go do that in a clinic, and it was stressful, and I was not enjoying it because, Fallon, you're gonna have to be quiet, sweetie, okay? Sorry. I was not enjoying it because I had a boss who was micromanaging me. I loved my clients. I love what I did, but I just wasn't being fulfilled. And I feel like I was being called, you know. I had this opportunity in the back of my mind for a really long time because I kind of fell into Beachbody. I didn't even know the word Beachbody, and I'm like, well, what the heck is this or whatever. But I fell into it because I fell into the programs because I was a mom of twins who I couldn't take my twins to the gym. And so I was like, well, what am I going to do here? Like, I need some sort of outlet. I fell in love with fitness in college, and I started to think about nutrition and how to properly feed my family. So I was really starting to learn and dive into nutrition, but it wasn't a whole piece for me yet. So I'm going to fast forward to it being in the back of my mind right after having twins, because I started with Insanity. I know probably a lot of you have heard of Insanity, but that was the program that I started my journey with. And I fell in love with it. I fell in love with it. I fell in love with how I felt, the trainer, that I could literally do this at home. And I just started again to really fall in love with health and fitness and nutrition and how it changed my life. So I'm really sorry. Fallon, you're going to have to go with your daddy, okay? Because you are distracting me. So with that being said, it was in the back of my mind. I was unhappy with the job that I was in. And I was like, okay, well, if I'm going to do this, like I'm doing basically what I already see these coaches doing, what I see them doing online. I feel like I'm doing it. I know nutrition, and you don't have to nutrition, but I was in love with health. I was in love with fitness. I was in love with what it did for me. And I'm like, well, I just feel like if I'm going to do this, I need to do it now. I'm going to do it right now, and I'm going to go all in, and I'm going to do this when I'm on my postpartum journey. And so that's really kind of how I got started. And one of my college friends was actually a Beachbody coach. So we kind of chit-chatted before, but really never about coaching. But I was like, I could make money. I know I could. And I know I could, because I love it so much. I'm already talking to so many people. Like, why not just have people join me, invite them to join me on this journey? And so I just remember talking to my husband about it, and he was like, I don't know. I don't know about this thing, like, because it's so unconventional. Although now it's like a little bit more prevalent, and I feel like people are really starting to open their eyes to working from home. And but I just remember 2.5 years ago having that conversation with him, and I'm just like, I just feel it. Like, I feel like I could be good at this, and it would be the opportunity that I could work from home, and I could serve others, and I can share my passion about health and fitness. and just help others. Like, that's what I want to do. I mean, I already had a master's degree. I didn't want to go back to school. I didn't have time to do all of that. But for me, it was because I had this passion. I wanted an outlet for it. And I already knew the programs. I already knew that I loved it. And I started to research about the nutrition piece and about what it is that could be offered and how I can make it work. So once I did that, it opened my eyes to the possibilities of this opportunity. So, really, I just went all in, and I was like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go all in. And that's the type of people that I jive with, are the people that are go-getters, that when they make a decision, and that was me, like, if I'm like, I'm making this decision and I'm doing the research and I feel it is for me, I will give my heart and soul into it. And that's what I've been doing. I've been learning from my mentors, who are amazing. We actually are part of the #1 team in the organization, which is super exciting. And the top coach in the network is actually, she's 2 coaches above me. So you don't know what that means, but literally she's one of my mentors. And that was the retreat that I went on, was with her and her team. And I got invited. And because of this opportunity and because of the work that I put in, I earned that trip for free. Literally, it was paid for, which is super exciting. And there's just so much opportunity. It's not just the trips, the community. So the like-mindedness of the other women and men that are doing this is amazing. Like, you are who you surround yourself with. And those people bleed into you. And so being around these positive, uplifting people that are just serving, but they also are working on themselves, is amazing. It's everything. And we become best friends, because you learn, you're running your own business. You are your own boss, which is the main thing I love also about this, is that you are your own boss. There's nobody to report to. You can do it all your own way. There's no guidelines. You don't have to just be doing strictly a Beachbody program. I love to run. I incorporate running. If I wanted to go to the gym and go do a class, I could do that. If I wanted to do CrossFit, I could do that. Like, that is the beauty of it, is that you can interchange this with so many different outlets and make it your own. And I didn't really realize that at first, but you learn as you go. And I was open, I was coachable, and that's what I did. I learned the different outlets, the different possibilities, and I made it my own. And so that's really kind of like my story and how I got started. And I just learned as I went, and I worked in pockets of time, because I don't have a lot of time being a stay-at-home mom of now 4. I do not have a lot of time, and it's often crazy. But I do have a supportive husband, and he knows, like in this call right now, thank God I don't have any other, oh my gosh, it scared me. I'm sorry. It's always crazy at my house. But literally, like, I never usually have a free moment, but I am able to work from my phone while my children take a nap, or I can pop in here and do what I need to do. And I work throughout the day in my pockets of time, and I've learned how to manage my time within those pockets. And that is something that is totally teachable. And I am looking for people who would want to work from home, that maybe have some sort of, like, even if you don't know much about health and fitness, or maybe you're wanting to get healthy and fit yourself, this is still a perfect thing for you, because you don't have to be at your ideal weight, or you don't have to be perfect to do this. It's literally sharing your life, your journey, what you do, and people are going to join you for you. They're going to want to do what you're doing because they want to know, what is it that you're following? You know, how can I get healthier? Because this is something that everybody needs. And I feel like everybody needs help with it because of our society and where we're at in this day of age with fast food and convenience and busyness and all of that. So I'm trying to make this really short and sweet. So I am opening this up I'm looking to mentor 5 women or men who are really looking to work in pockets of time, make this maybe a side business and make it their own. So it doesn't have to be like I do it or someone else does it, one of the other coaches, how they do it. It's all about you and your niche. And those are the type of people that are going to be drawn to you, and they're going to want to work with you. And you don't have to recreate the wheel. Everything, when I mentor, I give you everything, all the resources. I help you with finding your niche and making this your own and how to do it within pockets of time, or if you have more of the time, how to create it and make it your business in your day, and how you can be your own boss in your day, whatever your schedule or whatever it is that it might be. So that's really all I wanted to share, is like how I did it, why this matters. It matters because of all the lives that are being changed. I can't get enough of my clients and hearing their transformations and how they have changed from the inside out, but then also their outside transformations are amazing. Like they're dropping like 60, 50 pounds. I mean, it's insane. And it's just certainly changed my life and my perspective on life. And I never knew that I would be able to be a business owner and work from home like this. It has been such a gift because I don't have to leave the house. I can work in sweatpants, and I usually have a messy bun in my head, on the top of my head. And it's crazy. And like if somebody was watching what I was doing all day, they'd be like, oh my gosh, you're crazy. I am crazy, but I've learned to manage it, and I've learned how to work through that crazy. So I'm looking for some like-minded individuals who are interested in pursuing something that could be bigger than they ever thought possible. And that's what I feel like our team is creating, that we, the sky is the limit with compensation with this. There's no cap on it. It's insane. And that's something that I'd love to even chat further with any of y'all. So yeah, I'm just going to end it there. And what I want you to do is, and Jessica, if you would like to learn more like about compensation and how you actually work, make money and that sort of thing, I would love to just give you more info on that, and I could just like email it to you and you could check it out at your convenience, and we can just chat further and just talk about you know, how it could work for you. So I hope this was kind of insightful. It's kind of my first time doing it this way and just talking about, I've of course talked about my story, but I'm trying to keep it short and sweet because I know for me, like time is crazy, and it is for everybody. We don't have all this time because of the fleeting lifestyle that we all live. So I am happy to, like I said, email, and I can chat more with you guys and just even curious a little bit more about like how you could actually make this work for you. So I'm going to unmute you, Jessica. Do you have any questions?
No, I do want you to email me some stuff though.
Yeah.
And there is another girl that I'm thinking of that you might invested in as well.
Okay.
She is a trainer at my gym, and she's certified in Insanity and P90X. And I know that she is a go-getter and wants to do her own thing.
Sure.
She's wonderful, and I know that she would want to possibly be a part of this.
Yeah, I'm kind of like baffled that maybe she doesn't. I mean, maybe she does know about it, or maybe she doesn't know much about it. But yeah, I mean, that's the type of people that I want to work with, because that's who I am. And you know, like, it's nothing that you have to be set in stone. If you find out this isn't for you, that's fine. It's not a big deal. But I know, like, for me, it's like one of those things, if you put your mind to it, you can really do anything. And if health
Absolutely
is your thing, then absolutely. If you want your own journey and you want to pursue health and fitness and being held accountable, totally doable. It's just like the same as our health and fitness journey. If you're consistent over time, you are consistent over time in your business and doing just the small little behaviors, the sky's the limit for you. So yeah.
So what do you do what's your typical day? I guess that's what I'm wondering, like what it is that you do.
Yeah, sure. I can absolutely answer that. So
I'm touching my kids, sorry.
Oh, you're fine. So yeah, I do this all through social media. So it is Facebook and Instagram. I'm on both, but I'm more comfortable with Facebook because I have a lot of just friends that I actually know on there. So Facebook, I would say, is my wheelhouse. And the things that I do is literally like I'll use stories and I share my day through stories. So I'm just kind of like, but usually in the morning is when I'm like talking to people and I'm inviting them to my challenge group. The challenge group is seriously, all it is a 30-day group that I run on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
And it is just a health and fitness group. So people are invited and they can join the community, and it's a private group where they are using a Beachbody program. So we have Beachbody On Demand. We have a slew of tools that they can choose from.
Yeah.
To help them get started on their health and fitness.
Okay.
Yeah. So inviting is part of it. Just connecting with people is part of it. So all things.
I'm sorry. Hang on one sec.
Oh, you're fine.
Hey, go. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. So yeah, connecting with people. So you're connecting with people that are, for me, like I use stories a lot, and people are watching me. I connect with those people, and then, like I said, inviting them if they've been watching me for a while or whatever. And you know, this is something that I just feel like is so convenient because people are super busy. Like parents are super busy and they don't have time to get to the gym. So I feel like even for moms, like this is such a good thing for like newer moms who they have babies and they need to get it done during their nap time. Like that was me. So, it's all just social media to help other people get started on their health and fitness. And so, yeah, you're inviting, you're connecting. I do a post, like one post a day. Sometimes it's once every 2 days. I'm adding new people to my network. So on Facebook, I'm usually adding new people, new friends. Same with Instagram.
Yeah.
That's kind of really.
I remember your initial message to me almost a year ago that you were interested in me like making money posting my stuff that I, because I'm constantly posting about my fitness.
Yep.
And I'm like, what is this?
I'm sure. I'm sure you were like, what the heck is she talking about?
Yeah.
And
that was a year ago. I'm still watching.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly how it happens. And it's just like over time, like you are friends with people, like we're friends. And so I see what you're doing, you see what I'm doing. And then you're like, oh yeah, this kind of like is a legit thing. So it does take some time, But if you're consistent over time, just like your health and fitness, you're gonna
Yeah.
see it grow. And that's
Got it.
exactly how this works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
But yeah, so you earn the income through your challenge groups. You don't get paid for the challenge group, but you get paid for people joining, getting started with the tools. So
Okay.
Insanity, P90X.
Got it.
So that's really, but then when you're building your team, there's a lot to it. So the compensation plan is, it's just, you can actually earn some lucrative income when you start bringing other coaches in, and you were like, well, I have somebody already in mind that might really want to do this. So, I mean, that's what it's about, you know?
Okay.
So.
Got it. Yeah. Send me the info. I definitely want to read more into it. I'm very, I like to read everything. I don't know.
That's me.
Okay. I'm like, I need to read it all to understand the full picture.
Yes. I read through the entire thing before I was like gonna commit to this, because I'm like, I don't want to belong to something that is a pyramid.
I'm working on my certification through the ISSA. So I'm like, okay, do I want to tackle another thing?
Right. I hear you, but this is what I say, like, busy people get shit done. And so, like, honestly, that's how I am. It's like, I am so busy. I'm like here and there and there and there, but like, I know how to get stuff done. I know how to multitask. And so you can do it, because you can. There are like people working full time. Like, a lot of my coaches are full time working. They like have another job. They do this part time.
Got it.
I was able to leave my job and do this full time.
Wow.
And so that's how it works. I mean,
got it.
You know? So yeah. I can give you all the other information in regards to really like the breakdown, but this is kind of just like opening the door to like really why and how I got started, and everybody has their own story. But yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great.
So, yeah, you can just shoot me your email, and then I'll just send you some things. You can just sporadically start looking over, and we can just chat and, you know?
Okay.
Go from there.
All right.
All righty. Well,
great.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the invite.
You're welcome. It was so good to see you and hear your voice. And,
yeah, you too.
All right. Well, have a good night, and I'll talk to
you. You too.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.